What's up, guys? It's Ryantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and oh snap, is it gonna be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back, and happy Saturday. So today we're here in the lovely town of Riverwood, taking a look at this, the Snow Rider Dimensional Home. Now, I know what a lot of you might be thinking, another dimensional home, I get it, but this one's got to be up there with one of my favorite dimensional homes that I've seen from this mod author. But before we get into the actual showcase, I've got a couple things that I want to ask you guys' help for. So, in the past, I've been asked before about going back and redoing some of the mod showcases on the older homes that I've showcased, if they've had any updates or anything like that. What this is it's a call for help. And my call for help is, if you guys see any of the mod showcases that I've done, and you know that the mod has been updated, let me know down there in the comment section of this video and the future mod showcases. That way, I can start to write down a list and tally up what homes, have the most attention, and which ones we can go through and really see the big updates that have happened to these homes. Because I think they deserve a relook and an update to make sure people are getting the most important information first. But with that being said, let's get into this. So we're here, like I said, in Riverwood. Obviously, everybody should know where Riverwood is at. It's like right at the beginning of the game. So we want to come to the Riverwood Trader. If we go ahead and walk into the Riverwood Trader, say that 10 times fast. If you walk into the Riverwood Trader upstairs, next to Camilla's bed, which is the wife, this woman right here. This is Camilla. If you walk upstairs, we're going to see two beds, one on the left, one on the right. If you walk over to this, you should see this, called the Snow Rider. When you take it, you can then access your inventory in the potions section and consume it. Now, once it is consumed, you will be transported and teleported into the snow globe that you found, and it's kind of like your own little beach paradise away from the harsh and cold Skyrim, which is really, really neat. Now, that right there is the actual home. Yeah, I didn't specify that it was on a boat, did I? Yeah, it's a boat, my bad. So it is indeed a boat, and that's one reason why I love it so much. Because it's just the gigantic, like, Viking-looking longship with a very, very nice-looking home on it. But before we check out the home, let's check out the grounds first, shall we? So the way to get back to Skyrim is right here. You click Activate to return, and you'll pop out right where you were at before. Now, here at the front entrance, we have our cloud storage, just in case you're super, super heavy and you have a whole lot of things that you want to dump off into your cloud storage to then access again inside of the house. You can absolutely do that, which is always nice to see. Got a bunch of fish barrels and stuff over here for maybe some excess storage, maybe some extra fish and stuff like that. But I love the little dock. I love the palm trees. It might not be very lore friendly and Skyrim friendly, because last time I checked, Skyrim does not have any palm trees. But even still, it is pretty cool. Now with that, we can continue to look around here and see what else there is to offer. And one of the things that's over here is kind of like a nice little pavilion and a friendly little mud crab. Hello there, what's your name? Jimmy? Perfect, we'll call him Jimmy from now on. But we've got a nice little seating area over here with a couple of those little cheese statues that we've seen from the Chateau du Fromage, the House of Cheese, which is really, really cool. Nice little seating area over here, lots of overgrown grass. Not sure if I'm too hot about that. I kind of wish that the floor was a little bit more raised so that the grass didn't come out of it. But, to each their own. I guess it's that indoor-outdoor feel. We have 2 filled cups of wine and all that good stuff. And then it looks like just some assorted plants, but I don't think you can harvest these different colored death bells. Although I hear a nern root over here, so we're going to go ahead and clip that little son of a bitch. Clip it, thank you. And a couple more little mud crabs over here. Now, in the mod description, it does say this is like the best place to come for fishing, and you can really see why. But I'm going to tell you that one of the mods you're going to absolutely need in order to take advantage of that, the fact that there's a lot of fishing here, is the TLS Insectopia. That will make it so that more bugs and more fish spawn in the world, which it seems it works here too. That's how you can also see the different types of bugs we have here. Plus, Prismatic Insects of Skyrim is another one that you're going to want to just kind of spice up the colors and stuff like that. But that's enough of the outside. How do you get to your house? Well, you take the little rowboat. And once you take the little rowboat, you pop up onto the main deck. How do you get back to your dock? You just click the rowboat once again, and you teleport over to there. Pretty cool. Now over here, we have ourselves a wheel. I don't know if that is in the right place. I feel like it's not, because I don't think the captain would be able to see really anything apart from maybe the clouds and the sky, and maybe a rock as soon as you're right on top of it when you're driving, but or sailing rather. But that's not what we're here to look at. What we're here to look at is this, the Snow Rider actual home. Now, I will go ahead and say that I had an abnormally long loading screen the first time I came in here. Kind of thought my game crashed, but if you have an abnormally long loading screen, let it sit. If it sits for more than like 2 minutes, then you probably like soft crashed, or the game just doesn't recognize that you crashed. But just keep that in mind. You might have a very long load time. And here we go. That load time clocked in at a little under 1 minute, so you can definitely tell it's going to be a little bit of a wait. But here we are inside of the Snow Rider. Now, the Snow Rider, like it says and like you can see on the outside, is a home in a boat. And it's probably my favorite home in a boat. I believe I've showcased one before. I think it's called the Asteria. That's the name of the boat. It's like a flying airship, if I'm not mistaken. But this one, I love it because... oh, the Weather Channel just popped up on my iPad. Sorry if you just heard that. This one just is so atmospheric and so beautiful. Now, we're going to go ahead and bump up the brightness just a tad. Now, we'll bump it up to all the way. But as you can see, with the brightness bumped up all the way, it is still kind of dark here, but... take that with a grain of salt, and I think it, I think it makes it a little bit better that the lighting is not the best. But here at the front, we've got ourselves some foodstuff storage. It's interesting that it's by the front door, but I guess everyone has to store something somewhere, so, why not store it by the front door? Really cool little decor over here with a knapsack to go and store some stuff in. And then some harvestable gleam blossoms, which is great. Now, I believe it says somewhere in the mod description that a lot of these materials that you can harvest, like the Scathecraw up here, doesn't look like you can harvest that, but a lot of these, they will respawn, which is great. Cloud storage right there, so if you have stuff outside and you want to bring it inside and not lug it over here, then you can absolutely do that. But in typical Ryantium fashion, let's break this sucker down. So right down here, beneath the master bed, we've got ourselves kind of a staff enchanting area. We've got staves right here with the staff enchanter. Our little dresser right here with a couple things inside of it. Looks like Dwemer cup, heartstone storage, a nice little torch bug inside of that lantern. And then some gleam blossoms and a nice little seating area, just in case you want to just chill while maybe your staff is enchanting, or maybe you just want to read a good book. But up here in the master bedroom, I love the way this looks. It's simple, but it's perfect. And one of the things that I noticed was in the windows, where the quote-unquote windows would be, they have these little lights back there. They're hidden behind all the vines, and I think that looks really cool. You can see how it goes along there. So it gives it the feeling of as if there were windows there. It's kind of a nice little touch, I gotta say. Very nice little touch. But up here, we've got two armor mannequins that act as storage boxes. We've got heavy armor, and we've got light armor. And I like that they're themed. We've got the Dark Brotherhood armor right there, and we've got the Blades armor right there, which is always cool to see. A beautiful painting right there. I don't know if that's like a real paint. I think that's like a real painting that someone just kind of stuck in, that the mod author just kind of stuck into the world of Skyrim. Pretty cool. If anyone knows what that's from, let me know. That'd be really cool to see. But we got our end table right there, our little master bed right here, and then a nice little table right here with a fish tank. And you can see him just floating in there. He's got little bubbles. A little bit of a firebrand wine, just in case you want to get a little bit crunk before bed. But now we can move on down, because I'm sure you saw the alluring color of gold down here, and this is the gold stash. However, don't get your hopes up, because this is just for show. As it says in the mod description, this is kind of just for show. It doesn't have any functionality. A little bit disappointing with that. I would have loved to have seen like a gate that goes inside of there so that you can plop down some stuff in that safe and in the strong box and stuff like that. Keep all of that on the ground, but at least let me access the strong boxes. I think that would be really cool. But nice little storage area right here with some more barrels for some fish, maybe some assorted foodstuffs if you ran out of room up there, which I don't think you can. And then a humongous chest right here, which I suppose can act as kind of your treasury drop, but pretty cool. I think it's perfect for any pirate that wants to hoard all of the treasure in the bottom of his boat. Another big barrel right there to store some stuff, and some more, what is that? Those are little crimson urn roots, it looks like. Those are really cool. But yes, the house continues through here. When I came down the stairs and saw the gold, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But then I turned around and I saw that it continues. There's even more to this home. And this is why I think it's like my favorite home. The way it's laid out, the lighting, everything just flows so perfectly. So here at the front by the staircase, we've got ourselves a nice little dinner table set for looks like 3. You could probably fit 4 butts on that, but one of them would have to squeeze. And then over here, we've got ourselves a nice big fish tank with all of the fishes from Finding Nemo, except for Dory. Dory's not in there, but we've got this one, and we got that one, so that's pretty cool. And we like all the little scathe craws that we have growing throughout here in these nice little grow beds. We've got ourselves kind of like a nice little cocktail table right here with a nice little orange nern root. Another painting right here. Hello there! She's covering herself. Cover your shame! Little chairs right there. I hear something buzzing in my left ear. It's a bee. Perfect. We're going to go and catch that because I'm deathly afraid. But here we have one of my favorite parts that's actually been a feature in a lot of the dimensional homes by the same mod author, and that is the crafting benches. We have the anvil, the lab, the arcane enchanter, the tanning rack, the cooking spit, the grindstone, the workbench, and last but not least, the smelter and the oven. Now, each and every single one of these does not teleport you somewhere. Instead, it's just accesses what you need. So this one with the anvil, it's basically just the forge. You can access it, and it's really, really nice to have. Plus, I love all the little grow beds underneath everything, and these green orbs that are floating through here really gives it kind of an ethereal feel. But over here, we have a map table. This is pretty standard, I've seen in a lot of homes now. It allows you to teleport to a bunch of different places throughout Skyrim, especially if you have found it, not to mention you can actually travel to Ragnarok as well. So the ability to travel to Ragnarok is a very nice feature to have. Very nice feature to have, not to mention just being able to teleport to all of the places in Skyrim is a very, very nice thing to have. So we have ourselves a potion and a poison storage rack right here, which allows you to see a whole bunch of cool looking vials. It's really neat. Kind of reminds me of that mod that I installed in my Let's Play, the different looking vials and potions and stuff like that. Really, really neat. Lots of gleam blossoms, lots of paintings in here, lots of nautical paintings, I should say, because she is indeed a mermaid. But I love this big cabinet right here with all of this like static decor. Looks really, really nice here. Not to mention, I think you might be able to use these, yeah. So you've got petty soul gem storage, you've got yourself some soul gem fragments, I have another bee in my face, grand soul gem, greater soul gems, and then looks like some ingredients, assorted ingredients, and a nice little statue of Sheogorath, because that's what these homes are inspired from, is Sheogorath. Another armor mannequin right here for clothing, with the graybeard robes on there, it looks like. Pretty neat. And then as we move through here, once again, we've got ourselves kind of an assorted crafting material area over here. You can store kind of your crafting, your hides, your ingots, your ores, all sorts of that stuff. We have some bookcases over here for the bookworms of Skyrim, excuse me there. And then as we continue to move through, we have ourselves another little weapon storage right here, as well as a beautiful little seating area right here with a miniaturized palm tree, always cool to see, a nice little bonsai tree, very neat. And then this looks to be kind of like an indoor garden, just for Gleam Blossom though, it seems. Oh no, we've got Gleam Blossom, we've got Bleeding Crown. Let's see, we've got, looks like some other stuff in there, but that's pretty cool. You got some Gleam Blossoms up there, some more Gleam Blossom. So if you've ever needed a whole shit ton of Gleam Blossom, this is the home to do it. But 2 more little seating areas up here, beautiful to see back here in the left and right corners. And then just kind of a nice little area back here. I'm not exactly sure what this would be used for, but it looks like there's just like a whole bunch of stuff back here which you can take. I'll be taking all of that, thank you. That's a whole bunch of good shit. But as we move through the final level of the home, we come down to this, and it's just kind of like I said, it's an area where you can store things. It's a very cool area for growing plants, but not to mention, it's also a place for followers, if I'm not mistaken. So down there in the mod description, it should say something about the followers. I'm not exactly sure how you get followers into these rooms, but I imagine it works as the same way as when they fast travel with you. But this is kind of like the hold, if you will, but it's for your crew. Pretty cool. So down here, like I said, nothing too special, just the fact that you have some cloud storage, some urns, and maybe some extra storage for some extra booty. You never know when you'll want to store anything else. But with that being said, guys, I do believe that's everything that this home has to offer. And I gotta say, this allows you to roleplay as a specific type of thing. You could be, you could be a privateer, you could be a captain, a magical captain whose home is in a bottle, or in in a fish tank or something like that, you know? Roleplay as like this masterful magical captain that roams around Skyrim with his boat, the Snow Rider, and you know, collects things and is an artifact hunter and stuff like that. It's just really cool. The sky is the limit for what you want to roleplay with this, and I think it adds a lot. So with that being said, guys, I very much hope that you enjoyed today's mod showcase, and I will see you in the next video.